Mr. Sun, really? Really? Hey, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be breaking down my palettes, maybe doing some swatches. I've got my sleeves rolled up, so we can go ahead and get some swatches done, and we're going to get to it. So the first one that we're going to take a look at is going to be this Violet Voss Essentials Pro Series eyeshadow palette. I received this in a BoxyCharm earlier this year, I believe. I don't reach for it too much. I do like it though when I use it. So I like, there's this pretty green and beautiful gold in here. It's got a black in case I want to do a smoky eye, a cinnamon color, but then it's also got some like rose tone colors. We've got some neutrals and some creams. So this one is a good palette. I do really enjoy it. I do want to swatch just a couple of these colors so we can take a look. So I'm going to do the emerald one, which is that green one, that gold one, and then let's do the cream one, and let's do the black one. So I did swatch those, and we're just going to put them right here. Look how gorgeous those are. I do enjoy using it, but with such a large collection, I don't get to use it very often. The next ones that we're going to take a look at are going to be the e.l.f. Bite Size palettes. These are an affordable drugstore option. They have several colors. I have dug into this one, so there should be a video out for this. I will try and link it down below if there is. I have not dug into this one, but I do really like these. They're cute, they're bite size, they're travel friendly, and they work. So these ones are awesome. Another new one that I received is going to be the PURxRawBeautyKristi one. This one is a two-sided one. So there is this side that's neutral, and then there's also a colorful side on here. Sorry, trying not to get the glare in there. And so I have not tried this one yet. I will be trying this one soon, so keep a lookout for that. Full Face Friday, we will be doing this for sure. Another recent one that I received is this Beauty Bakery Breakfast in Bed eyeshadow palette. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure if this is just one that's exclusive to BoxyCharm. Beauty Bakery is a Black-owned company. Okay, so I think that's probably about as good as we're gonna get it because the sun is like now coming through. Hasn't been out all day, but let me start filming. Come on, Mr. Sun. So we're gonna swatch just a couple of these. I do want to take some of the lighter shades just to kind of see. So maybe this one, this one, this one. And we're gonna take that one right in the middle. And let's just take it right here. Oh, that cream one is really nice. Now swatches don't always tell the full story. So don't feel like, oh, those didn't swatch very well. I don't too much like to do swatches just because of the way that they swatch, or they come off on your fingers or come off on your arm is not how they're going to come off on your arm. The next one that I have is a casualty to gravity. This is the ColourPop Aura and Out palette. As you can see, one of them has fallen and is gone forever. And this one is a really, really light palette. You do have to pack it on, but it will show up. So I do really like that. One that I got as a free gift from Ulta, from like, you know, buy so much, get this free, or gift with purchase or something like that, was the Milani Most Loved Mattes. It is a gold covering, well loved, as you can see all the fingerprints on it. And this one is more of a neutral, kind of warm palette. I love like these two rows down here. The top two are also really nice, but I like the deeper shades for sure. This does show up really well. Milani is Black owned as well, I believe. Let me double check that. So I'm back. I went ahead and checked really quickly, and it doesn't appear that Milani is Black owned. However, they are geared to deeper skin tones. Their range of makeup includes very deep. So the creator of Milani, which appears to be a lady of Asian descent, was very mindful in the crowd that she wanted to attract to her makeup line, and for that I am very appreciative. In regards to the eyeshadow, I do like this. I again just don't use it very often, so I might declutter this soon just so that it does get the love that it deserves, because it is pigmented, it is creamy, it blends really well, it does show up on my skin tone very well. I just don't get to it too often. So I may declutter this in a future video. I'm going to give it a little bit more time and we will see. I do want to kind of stay on the subject of Black owned businesses, even though again Milani is not a Black owned business. I do have a couple that are Black owned in my collection. The first one that we're going to take a look at are going to be a couple from Ace Beauté. I get the Ace Beauté ones in BoxyCharm. They're like really in there, like they come out with things from them quite often, to be honest with you. And that's one reason that I do like BoxyCharm, is that you can try brands that you haven't even heard of before, because I had never heard of this brand before getting it in BoxyCharm. So this is the Grandiose palette. It's an 8-pan palette, and it is more of a warm toned palette. So it's got a few shimmers on here. It has a brown, and in this it's called cinnamon, and then it's also got a patchouli, which is a lighter brown. So you can like use it as a highlight underneath your brow bone. I do like this palette. Ace Beauté does have some really good eyeshadows. So if you are looking for one that's Black owned and still not horribly priced, like I would say it's low mid-range, and when I say low mid-range I mean 20 to about 40, more so $20 to $30 a palette. Again, I got this in BoxyCharm, so I'm not quite sure how much this one is, but it is a Black owned brand and you can check them out. Another one by them is going to be this Scarlet Dusk. This one is a 12 box palette, and it's got some similar shades as the previous one, but it's definitely got more of the mauve-y kind of purple shades in it. And then also it has a few like bright colors in there. Again, wonderful, wonderful, really blendable, comes out really nice on your eyes. And it's not a huge palette, so it's not overwhelming. If you're a beginner, I would say something like this should be okay. You've got a couple of browns, you've got a few shimmer shades, and then you've also got like your deep tones. So I would recommend this one as well if you're just starting off. The Nubian by Juvia's is this mini palette here, really travel friendly, great neutral browns, much more widely known than Ace Beauté. You can get these ones at Ulta. You can also of course order any of these things from their own website. These are just regular brown shades. I don't use this one too often because I have so many palettes that already kind of have these colors in them. So I don't use this one too often, but I do want to keep it for when we're able to travel again because I do like it. Another one by Juvia's Place is going to be the Nomad palette. And this one is surely a fall palette. Like there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It is a fall palette. It's got some oranges. It's got an orange toned brown, I would say, in here. It's got some shimmers. It's got some deep colors. This green is like a hunter green. Like it's a beautiful palette. I do really like this one. And the next one that I'm going to show you, I like to take these two colors just in this one and blend those out. And then if I need a little bit of a darker outer corner, I will take this one. But these are really creamy, they blend really good, and it's a good price. So I'm going to take this orange and this green, like I had mentioned, and this brown. And again, with swatches, they're not meant for your arms. They're meant for your eyes. This swatch is really good. Look at that. Look at that. I got this for 10 bucks, I think, on Black Friday. So it's worth it. They're really, really pigmented. Like, look at that. I would suggest this if you're looking for just a little bit of a color, not a lot. Next palette is probably one of my favorites just because of a few of the shades that are in here. And this is the Tribe by Juvia's. This is what that looks like. This, I love it. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. This teal, this shimmery orange, this shimmer blue. Like, this one is one of my favorite color palettes. We're gonna swatch this. So we're gonna take this lime green here. We're gonna take this blue. Yes. We're gonna take this, and you can just see those. Yes. Come through color. Oh, look at that. This is one of my favorites. Look at that. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. We're gonna swatch a couple of the Ace Beauté ones as well, just because you can't get those ones in store from what I'm understanding, at least here in Iowa. I haven't seen that brand in stores. So we're gonna swatch just a couple of them from each one of those palettes as well. So going back to the Scarlet Dusk one, and we're gonna take this brown in the shade. We're gonna take Bahamas in that purple. We're gonna hit Aruba over here, just so you can kind of see how pigmented they are. So we're gonna swatch these ones. Look at that. Look at that one right there. Oh, that looks so awesome. So picking up this Ace Beauté one, the Grandiose palette, we're going to hit up Patchouli. We're gonna hit up Cinnamon, and then we're gonna hit up Clove. And there are those three. Look at that. How pretty those are. So that kind of gives you an idea of these ones, since you are not able to swatch or find these in store, and certainly not swatch with everything that's going on right now. All right, so we've just got a few more palettes to go through. We're gonna hit back with the ColourPop, which is gonna be the Sweet Talk Pressed Powder palette. This is one of my favorites for the summertime. It's got really nice pinky peach tones, and I really enjoy it. Now, it does have the sparkle one, which I don't really, it's a pressed glitter. I don't really dig into that one too much. I do like all of the other ones though. That one I can't get with. This one is a super, super cute one, again, for the summertime. I really, really do enjoy this one. The next one that we're going to be taking a look at is going to be the Celestial Thunder. This is a BoxyCharm exclusive one. Now, there is a bigger one that came out that I believe you can buy at Sephora, or maybe even on her website, Dominique Cosmetics. It's owned by a YouTuber by the name of Dominique. This palette is a nice palette, but I don't find myself reaching for it. So I may be decluttering this one as well here soon. I do want to give it a little bit more time, put it in the rotation and give it another shot, and just kind of see how I feel about it for about a 30-day period, because if I'm not going to use it in 30 days, I'm probably not going to use it in 12 months. So we shall see. We'll see how I feel about this. Another one that I received in my BoxyCharm is this one by Crown Pro. This is a warm toned palette, kind of bronzy. I love this palette. As you can see, I've hit pan on this one, which I'm really, really excited about. It is just a wonderful palette. Like, they're creamy, they blend well. I love it. We're gonna swatch a couple of these. We're gonna take my favorite, obviously, this color here. We're gonna take this lighter color here. There are no shade names. And then I'm gonna take this like deep bronze one here. And we're just gonna go right here. Look at that. So pretty. So pretty. Yeah, this one is by far like one of my favorites. Now, I don't know if this one is available for like purchase at Sephora or anything like that. Again, we got this in a BoxyCharm probably last year, I believe, and I've obviously used quite a good deal of it. But if you are thinking about getting the Natasha Denona bronze palette, but maybe those shades are too much, maybe the price is too much, because I don't got $65. I don't. This one, I would say, is probably going to be a good dupe for it. And you can probably find some other drugstore dupes for it as well. But because I have this one, and I'm not paying $65 for a palette, unless I really, really, really want it, this one works perfectly fine for me. All right, we've got 3 palettes left, and then we're done. So the next one that we're gonna take a look at is gonna be this C Color Cosmetics Around the World palette. This one is a dupe for the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. I do really enjoy this palette. As you can see, I've dug into it quite well. Again, hitting pan on this one. The Urban Decay Born to Run palette, I believe, was roughly around 50 bucks, like 49, 50 bucks. This one was 12. I'm not quite sure how the Urban Decay one performed, but this one for $12, it does do well. One thing about this is I will say that the colors can get muddy looking on the eyes after a few hours, you know, like 4 or 5 hours. They can start to kind of get muddy and like run together. And that's one thing that I don't too much care about that. But from the reviews that I hear, Urban Decay also does that. So with this, I spent $12. With that one, I would have spent $49. My expectations would have been a heck of a lot higher on a $49 palette than they are on a $12 palette. This one, I expect to have some type of imperfections, if you will, with it. Maybe not last as long, you know, maybe not be as pigmented. That one, no, $49, that's a bill, okay? I can get a bill done for $49. So I need you to be performing top notch for $49. This one, if you are looking at getting that one, I would recommend this one. Again, I haven't used any Urban Decay products in regards to eyeshadows. I haven't tried any of the Nakeds. I haven't tried any of those. But from what I've heard, I watch a lot of YouTube videos. Obviously, I love makeup and I do my research. This one performs just as well as that one. We are going to swatch a couple of these as well. So we're going to go ahead and let's take this little color down here. None of these have names. Let's take this one. And let's take a lighter one. Let's take that one. And we're going to go ahead and just put that right here. Oh, I didn't mean to overlap those. I hope you can still see that. You can still see that. Let me get that again, just in case. No, we'll put that over here. There we go. And the last 2 that I have are actually bigger palettes. And I don't tend to buy big palettes. These are the only 2 bigger ones that I have. I have learned, if you saw my 10 things that I don't buy, I have learned that I don't tend to gravitate towards large palettes. I see them, you know, they pop up, new makeup releases every 5 minutes, and they may catch my eye to begin with, but then I ask myself, am I really going to use that? Am I really, really going to use that? And 9 times out of 10, it's a no. I enjoy these palettes. They have great pigment in them. They perform the job. I love that there are multiple options, but I don't gravitate towards them very often just because they do make me feel overwhelmed. I'm not a makeup artist. I really just love makeup, and so I want to keep it simple. I want to keep it simple for myself. I want to keep it simple for my viewers. I'm not trying to do, you know, 7 or 8 eyeshadow looks. We do 3 or 4, maybe 4. maybe 4. So this first one is going to be the Profusion Ultra Warm. I love warm toned colors. Like, I just gravitate towards those so much. I love them. And as you can see, there is just like an array of warm tone colors in this. I love this. I really shouldn't even need to buy any more palettes after buying this, because this has like every color that I would ever need. But again, because it's larger, I tend to get a little overwhelmed with it. So I don't reach for it too often. But I do really, really, really enjoy this. And Profusion is one that you can get at Walmart and you can get it at Target online. And I got this one at TJ Maxx. So it is available for you to get. It's a good one. And the last one, but certainly not least, is going to be the Morphe and James Charles palette. This one, I was looking for color. Like, I wanted color, and this has color. Like, that is what I was looking for. That is what I got. So I enjoy this palette. It blends well. It does have fallout. I would recommend, if you get this palette, first off, they've got a miniature one. Like, they've got a mini one that I think was $25. This was $36. You do not need this big one. I got this one before the mini came out. So I would recommend getting the mini. I don't know about the formula in the mini, if they've changed it, because sometimes people do that. There are brands that the formula from their larger ones changes with their minis. I don't know why, but it happens. So I would recommend that if you do try this, that you would want to do your eyes first, because there is fallout in this palette. And if you're not familiar with what fallout is, it means that it will transfer to like right underneath your eyes while you're doing your eye makeup. So you will want to do this first, be able to clean that up, and then go in and do the rest of your face. That is how I do my makeup, is I always do my eyeshadow first, unless it's something that I'm really familiar with, that I've used, and I know that there's not a lot of fallout with it. I don't like to bake underneath my eyes because I have fine lines, and so all of that, the baking can make those more visible, so I don't tend to do that. This does have a nice formula though. It blends well, it is pigmented, but again, it's also $36. You can get those e.l.f. ones that have a few of the colors in them that are in here for $3. Like that hot jalapeno one is pretty much like this corner right here. They also have like a berry rad one, which is probably going to be more this corner right here. They've got a carnival one, which has a purple, an orange, and a couple of these tones up here. So if you can get this palette, and you've got, you know, other palettes that you have at home that have some warm tones or some colors in it, you're gonna want to, you know, do that. $36. It's a nice palette, but I don't find myself reaching for it very often. All right, guys, so that is all of my eyeshadows. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I was thinking about doing another small collection, like a face powder or something, in this video, but I'm sure that this is already long enough. So we will be doing that in another video, probably combining just a few things. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Feel free to leave a comment about any of the palettes that you see down below. Let me know if there are any that you own. Let me know if there is one that you're excited to see me try out on a Full Face Friday. I love you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.